What in the world was that? What did we just watch today? That was the most horrific game of watch probably since the Villarreal game. That was so terrible. Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal. And unfortunately, I didn't know I was going to say this early. Arsenal are out of the FA Cup again, very early, just like we were last season. I did not expect that. I knew Nottingham Forest were a good team. My prediction for the game was 2-1. I knew they were going to be a good team because they have Premier League players from before, but I did not know Arsenal was going to be that bad, especially not after the Manchester City performance. That was terrible. And I really love the FA Cup, as you know. The first title I ever saw Arsenal win, like knowing what was going on, was the FA Cup back in 2014. So it usually hurts a lot going out to the FA Cup. It usually doesn't hurt when you go out to a Premier League team, like in the semi-final or something. But in the first round against Nottingham Forest, 9th place in the championship with such kind of a performance, that was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. So I've put a poll in the chat asking you guys, Mikel Arteta, the players, who is to blame? Who was to blame for that performance? Because that was pretty shocking. As you can see on screen, we had more possession, that is fine. But you can see in terms of shots on target, we had zero shots on target. Now, listen, no excuses, but I know we are missing several players. I know the referee was bad again, but that is not the excuse. We had plenty of players to get the job done there. We had Saka, we had Martinelli on the pitch. We had Lokonga on the pitch. You had Tierney for the rest of the second half. That team should have been good enough to get the job done, and we just didn't. They didn't turn up. And if you're in the Europa League or in the final of the Carabao Cup, or if you've won the Carabao Cup already or in the third place in the Premier League, I can understand. Let's say this result happened in the next 2 months after we've won the Carabao Cup and maybe we're like third or something in the Premier League. I'd understand. I'd be like, you know what, no problem. Let's just focus on these other two. But you never know, because if you lose to Liverpool in midweek, things just turn around like this. Within 1 week, everything has turned around. We are out of 2 competitions only in the league now. Now, the Liverpool game and the Tottenham games become very important. The games against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, we just have to win. The Premier League game against Tottenham, we just have to win, because if they beat us, they're ahead of us with 2 games in hand. So you don't want things to turn around like that quickly. But that was horrible. That midfield was terrible. Our striker today was absolutely horrific. Like, if you're to ask me right now, Crystal Palace, how much do you want to pay for Nketiah today? 2 million, I'll give you for free. I'll give you for free. Keep the 2 million and buy something for the Crystal Palace players for Christmas next time. That was absolutely shambolic. Like, easy chances off target. And he's not the only one to blame. Lokonga as well. Lokonga, at the beginning of the season, Lokonga did very well. But recently, him and Tavares, I've seen them making a couple of errors. Is it because they're not ready? Is it because you're throwing them in too early? Maybe, because that was another terrible performance by both of them, Tavares and Lokonga. They gave away the ball for their goals. So I don't know we are going to lose this competition this early. I thought we were definitely going to play less in the next round, but that is now not happening. The worst thing again in the FA Cup, you have to wait a whole year for you to get back into that competition, a full year. Last season, you went out to Southampton, and today it was even a worse performance, and that one hurt really bad. So make sure to vote in the chat. Let me know which player, is it the players or that Arteta, who is to blame for today. So let's take a look at the lineup. Surely our lineup was not that bad. Surely our lineup did not deserve or was not going to be beat by Nottingham Forest without having a shot on target. So I put the white kit because that is what we were wearing today. Shout out to the course and everything. I respect that. So we had Leno in goal. No problem. I usually have no problem with Leno starting in goal. Absolutely. He's a good goalkeeper. He'll shot stop and everything. The back four, I was looking at Tavares. I'm looking at Ben White. I was like, okay, Holding. I mean, the last couple of games, he came on against Man City. Yes, he did give away the ball for City's goal. But before that, he was okay. Cedric, I was like, Cedric has done well in the Carabao Cup game. So I usually don't mind it. It's not enough for us. You can beat them with that defense. Midfield, Lokonga, Patino, already alarms because Patino is a good player, but that is too early throwing him in, especially alongside Lokonga, who is also young. If it is Patino and someone like Partey, that is fine. But Lokonga and Patino, that midfield is a shambles. That is a very bad midfield. Like, Patino should be playing where Odegaard is and then somewhere else next to Lokonga. Now, listen, understand, Xhaka has picked up COVID. Partey is not there. El Neni is not there. So we are missing a lot of midfielders. I just came from watching Niles again on another screen playing against Juventus in midfield 1 day after signing for them. So couldn't he really have done a job for us for this one game before he went? I don't know, because that midfield was bad. Now you have to look at it like this. I really hope at 10 I do have things to do this week, because we cannot go into these other games with that midfield. We have Tottenham and Liverpool this week. Very crucial games. You cannot start with Lokonga and Patini in midfield. Jacques is definitely not going to recover from COVID within 3 days, so he's not also going to be there. We need midfielders in this team. Odegaard played as the number 10. Saka played on the right, Martinelli on the left, and Ketia on the up front. So I didn't mind Martinelli starting. I mean, he's been scoring goals. Same with Saka. Odegaard has been scoring, assisting. I mean, we have 2 players in this team that have been nominated for Players of the Month in the Premier League, Martinelli and Odegaard. Arteta has just been nominated for Manager of the Month. Nketiah scored a hat-trick in the last game he played. Saka has been brilliant in the last game he played as well, the last few games he played. So surely you should be able to get a goal against Nottingham Forest. The bench: Ramsdale, Chambers, Kolasinac, Tierney, Pablo Mari, Lacazette, Beirut, Salah, Hutchinson. I was looking at that and I was very impressed. I was like, Salah, Hutchinson, Beirut playing for the under-23s. They're getting the chance today. We allowed 5 substitutions, get 2 or 3 goals and bring them in. If things go wrong, you have Lacazette, you have Tierney. That's fine, no problem. If you need to defend, bring on Chambers, bring on Pablo Mari. No problem at all. But it did not turn out the way we expected, guys. It definitely did not turn out the way we expected. From the first minute, we were shambles. They were winning every single second ball. I think I'm not trying to say this is one of the worst games we've watched. Definitely in 2022. I don't think we'll even perform as bad as this the whole of 2022, because that was really, really bad. Last year, teams like City trashing you 5-0. That is fine because they're a good team. But Nottingham Forest beating you without any shots on target. Let's take a look at the stats before you go into the actual game. So ball possession 67%, 33 for them, 10 shots for us, 7 for them, only 3 on target for them, 0 for us. Shots off target 4, blocked shots 6, corner kicks we had 6, they had 5. We did not use any of those corner kicks today. Offsides 2 each, fouls they had 16, we had 11. Yellows they had 2, we had 1. Should have been more. Really big chances, only 1 big chance for us. I can't even remember which one that was. I think it was Nketiah missing the header. Big chances missed 1. Counter-attacks, they were on to us. Counter-attack shots, they were on to us again. Shots inside the box, we had 6, but basically all of them off target and hitting people. Shots outside the box, we had 4. They had 4. Goalkeeper saves, that is worrying. Their goalkeeper had 0 shots to save. 0. Their goalkeeper had 0 shots to save. Our goalkeeper had 2, and there were really, really good strikes from their players. Passes, we completed 539, but going nowhere. Accurate passes, 85% for us. Long balls, we attempted, I think we attempted almost the same. Crosses, we attempted almost the same as well. Dribbles completed, only 64% for us. Possession lost 122 times, more than them. We are more under pressure than them. That is also very worrying. Duels won 54-45 for them. Aerial balls won 15 each. Tackles, 16 for us, 10 for them. Interceptions, 10 for them, 9 for us. They had to make 26 clearances. You only had to make 9. But that is no excuse. That was actually really, really bad. So I'm not sure. Their players, let me tell you about their players. Nottingham Forest players have played in the Premier League. That is fine. There are some of the players that are missing right now, the likes of Jenkinson, the likes of who else? Amiobi. They have players who've played in the Premier League, like Graban has played in the Premier League. Steve Cook has played in the Premier League. A few players on the bench have played in the Premier League. Their coach, I know about him. These players are players who've actually played in the Premier League, some of them, and some of them are injured, yes. But they should not be keeping Arsenal out of their door the whole 80 minutes without a shot. That was worrying. Now, I don't know, who do you blame? Do you blame Arteta's tactics? Do you blame the players? Were they thinking this game was going to be easy against Nottingham Forest? Did they maybe think the second half it's fine, we'll get the goal, maybe just 1 goal we need? Has any player taken advantage of their chances? One of those players going to play against Tottenham next week. I know the likes of Saka and Martinelli will be there. What about the others, the Rob Holdings, the Lokongas, the Patinos, the ones who've not been playing? That was worried. So the first 6 minutes, Ben White took a shot. Ben White did actually take a shot in the first 6 minutes. It was off target, but I mean, at that time, you're like, okay, fine, you've taken a shot. Maybe you'll get a goal very, very soon. Tavares, in the 10th minute, he attempted a very silly back pass. I didn't actually remember this, where that took him out. He actually attempted a silly back pass that Leno had to chest out for a corner in the 10th minute. That was shocking from Tavares. Odegaard in the 17th minute, he made a very, very good tackle. Otherwise, they were counter-attacking us. They would have had a shot from that. Odegaard defended very well on that. Holding did have another shot in the 26th minute, a horrible shot. Nketiah also had another shot in the 29th minute. All of them off target. Very, very, very poor. Lokonga also attempted a shot in the 31st minute. Very, very poor. But as you can see, Nottingham Forest were attempting a lot of long balls, trying to head balls out, trying to win headers because like most of our players not like built for headers and all that. The likes of Odegaard in midfield and the likes of Ben White, so they were kind of trying to dominate us in that. White did have his shot pulled in the 32nd minute. With VAR, we'd have gotten a penalty, but I'm just tired of talking about referees. And then 34th minute, Tavares actually went off and Tierney came on. That was a shocking substitution. Not shocking, I mean, it was a surprise substitution. Like, I did not know he was going to take him out. I even thought it was an injury. But what we've seen is that Arteta does not joke around. If you mess around, you're out. You've seen with Aubameyang, we've seen with Guendouzi, we've seen with several players. If you mess around, you're out. Tavares, who's been great for us, maybe 60% of the games, he just got hooked because of giving away the ball a couple of times, giving away a silly corner. He was all over the place and he got hooked, and we brought in Tierney. Tierney does give you a bit of attacking ability from the left side, so that is okay. But he got taken out. What do you guys make of that? Were you sad for him? Did you think he deserved to be taken off? Would you have given him until halftime? What did you make of that? And then Nketiah did commit a foul on their goalkeeper in the 43rd minute. Literally, you can hear from the 30th minute to the 45th minute, we did nothing. We basically did nothing. Halftime 0-0. I was screaming for substitutions. I actually did want Lacazette, and I don't know where Smith Rowe was today, by the way. I've not checked because I was busy doing the FA Cup draw that we're not even going to be in before that. But at halftime, I was crying for Lacazette to come on, and someone else, just a bit of solidity in the midfield, because that midfield was bad. Like Patino, yes, I'm not going to like judge him, but that hard for his first Premier FA Cup game for us, but he looked a bit slow. Like every time their midfield got the ball, he did not have the power to run after their midfielders. Never. As I say, they are winning every single second ball. They are winning every single tackle, winning everything in midfield. Our midfield was non-existent. That's because you're putting two young players in midfield and we don't have anyone. So that becomes a must signing this week, not even next week or at the end of the window. Already we've bottled the FA Cup, so we don't need to wait to bottle the Premier League or the Carabao Cup. We need to get the signings done right now, right now. Second half, we didn't make any saves, and Nottingham Forest were very confident as well in the second half. They took a shot that Leno had to save in the 53rd minute. Very, very good save from Leno. Patino had a shot blocked, got a corner, never used any of them. And then came the Nketiah chance. My goodness. It was an easy header from Nketiah, and he missed it again. He didn't even hit the target. Now, right now, it's being linked to the move away from Arsenal. Let me ask you guys, to be honest, from your heart, if Nketiah left today, would you miss him? I'm pretty sure 95% of you have said no. I'm pretty sure you've said no. No one would miss Nketiah if he goes. And that is because, yes, he scores a few goals, but in the Carabao Cup, in the 5-0 wins, in the 4-0 wins, in the 6-1 wins. But what about when you need him? When the game is 0-0, take this chance, let's win this game. What about when the game is 1-1 against Everton, when you need him to take that chance to make it 2-1? Do you really trust Nketiah? That is the problem. If I don't trust you as a player, when I see your name in the team, I'm like, And Nketiah is one of those players I don't trust at all in the team. I do not trust Nketiah. And unfortunately, I do feel like the strikers, the defenders as well, like if someone like Van Dijk is playing against Arsenal or Rudiger, when they see Nketiah coming on for Aubameyang or coming on for Lacazette, they're like, oh, finally, they've changed these players and they have brought Nketiah on. I don't feel like the defenders are threatened by Nketiah at all. They are not. They are not threatened by Nketiah, and that is unfortunate. So if Nketiah leaves this window, we wouldn't miss him. That's the truth. Another easy chance that he missed, did not even hit the target. But I'm not going to put the blame on him alone. 61st minute, Leno made a save from another free kick this time around from, I don't even know their names, but he did take a very good free kick, the Nottingham Forest player that was saved by Leno. And I actually tweeted, if you check my Twitter, I tweeted in the 60th minute, we need to make the substitutions right now, because if they keep taking these shots like this, they will eventually score. They did 25 minutes later, and you could see it coming from a long way back. We've seen games like this with Arsenal so many times. I can remind you of the Watford game where we lost in the FA Cup back in 2016. We were playing like this, and then all of a sudden Watford scored, and then we were doomed. That's how we got eliminated in 2016. I can remind you of so many games, Sunderland, when they're in the Premier League, where we play so badly, and then the other team gets a goal at the last minute. Chelsea, 2 years ago, I think Arteta's first 2 games where Abraham scored in the last minute and they beat us. You miss your chances, and I could tell you that in the last minute they'll definitely score. And that is the same thing you could say against Everton as well when we lost 2-1 with Gray's goal. You could definitely predict that in the last minute they would get a chance and score. You could tell. Same with Manchester City the other day. You could tell that if we don't take our chances, City will get one chance and they'll take it. And that's exactly how you could easily predict an Arsenal game. And I knew that was going to happen. Nketiah again. Here we are talking about Nketiah again. In the 67th minute, they had another chance. He had another chance, which he missed again. Not even on target. Easy chance, shot off target again. Lacazette came on in the 68th minute for Patino. Patino, tough game to play in. Should have been an easy one, but tough game to play in, really. Like, he's supposed to have like some leaders around him, but when you have like the likes of Holding as your captain and Lokonga next to you, a young player, all these players are young, so there's no one to really lead Patino in the team, or even Hutchinson or Beers, those players who are on the bench. Gabriel Martinelli got a yellow card in the 74th minute. Lacazette did have a poor pass in the 78th minute. He came on, but did not help with anything. I literally saw Lacazette once in that whole game. 83rd minute came the Nottingham Forest goal, and you could tell it was coming. It was a handball. Yeah, it was a handball. It should have been disallowed. If there was VAR, it would have been a disallowed, but we're not going to blame it on the referee because he had still shots on target. So that goal, you could see it coming. It was a very easy chance for them. We lost the ball. Lokonga lost the ball, just like he's done a couple of times already this season, and Tavares as well. So they need to watch that. And Graban, I think he used to play for Bournemouth. He's played in the Premier League before. Easy finish for him, and you could tell that was coming. And the moment that goal went in, were you guys confident that you would get an equalizer? When that Nottingham Forest goal went in, did you guys think that there's going to be an equalizer? I did not think so. My head just dropped like this, and I was like, oh no, we've gone out of the FA Cup this early again, 2 seasons in a row. By the way, that is the second time that is actually the first time, I think in 27 years or something, that we are going out in the first round of the FA Cup. 26 or 27 years, something crazy like that. We never go out of the third round. Last season, we went out in the 4th round. We beat Newcastle in the 3rd round and went out of the competition in the 4th round. We never go out this early. I think this is the first time, like in 20 plus years, that we've gone out in the 3rd round. And that was shocking. That was deserved. Against Man City, I can tell you did not deserve to lose. Against Chelsea early on in the season, I can tell you deserved to lose. Against Man City early on in the season, he deserved to lose. Against Nottingham Forest today, we definitely deserve to lose. That was not a good performance at all. Shocking. Players were giving away the ball. We were committing silly errors. Nottingham Forest, if they had better strikers, they would have had 2 or 3 goals. We were not using our corners at all. Terrible corners. We did not have anything really on the bench. I know, like, seriously, looking at that bench, it's young players. It's young players. I don't expect Salah, Hutchinson, and Beers to come on and change everything for us. But the others are defenders. Kolasinac, should he really be at Arsenal? No. Pablo Mari, should he really be at Arsenal? No. Chambers, should he really be at Arsenal? No. Like, Lacazette, will he even be at Arsenal next season? We don't know. Like, that was definitely not a strong bench. Now, the thing we've learned today is definitely one thing. Our first 11 is good, but our bench is not good at all. Like, if Saka goes down with an injury or Gabriel goes down with the red card or something, the people who are coming on, it's trouble. Now, I know we are missing a lot of players today. We can mention probably 12. Ramsdale was rested. Gabriel had a red card. El Neni is at the African Cup of Nations. Pat is in the AFCON. Pepe would have probably played today in the AFCON. I don't know where Smith Rowe is. I'll check your comments to see if anyone knows where Smith Rowe is. Aubameyang is obviously at the African Cup of Nations as well. Xhaka now has COVID. Tomiyasu was not there as well. I know we were missing players. But then I've realized the moment Tomiyasu goes out with an injury, I do not trust Cedric when he comes on. The moment Partey goes out for the African Cup of Nations, there's no midfielder to come on for him. The moment Saka or Martinelli go down with an injury, who do you play after that? So that is worrying. That is why we need at least 2 players this week. We need to get 2 deals done this week. definitely need to get them done, because that team that played today is okay with the likes of Saka and Martinelli. But what if Martinelli doesn't turn up? Who do you bring on for Martinelli? There's no one. If Saka doesn't turn up, who do you bring on for Saka? There's no one. So that is a worry. Our numbers are not good enough. And now top four has become a must. We have to get top four because we're not going to win the FA Cup. And to do that, we have to strengthen the team. So let's see how that one goes. I'll come to the player ratings. Let me see what you guys are saying. It's really terrible to go out in the first round, man. Tactical says our midfield is shockingly bad. Yeah, that was terrible. That was very, very bad, Tactical. That was very, very bad. As I tweeted early in the 60th minute, that was really, really bad. Yeah, it was. Sadiki says we really need to buy a midfielder. We cannot make top four when you play like this. Obviously, if you play like that, you cannot make top four. The thing is, we'll have players coming back. Cedric will not be playing. I know Holding will not be playing. Pacino will not be playing. Lokonga will not be playing. But what if COVID happens? Because that will happen. Probably we cannot go clear until May without a couple of more players picking up COVID. Which kind of players are coming from your bench? That is the thing. Tottenham today watched the game against Morecambe. Looking at their bench, they had Kane and Lucas Moura, coming on, players who can change the game. But for us, we didn't really have anyone who could change the game today. 4 or 5 of those players are not even going to be at Arsenal next season, and the others are youngsters. So every player should get a one. I'm so pissed off, says Tactical. That midfield is a joke. It's better have some midfielders ready. Niles, why was Niles loaned out? I don't know. Listen, I don't look at Niles as someone who can make a real difference at Arsenal anyway. But surely for today, would have had a chance to play today and then maybe sell him after that or loan him out after that. But we went into this game knowing we didn't have enough players. Peterson says, to hell with this Arsenal team. It's stressful. It's very bad to lose in the first game. It's sad. It's very sad, especially in the FA Cup, a competition that is really close to us like that. Sonic says 0 shots on target. How can you be pro Arteta after that? That is why I've put a poll in the chat asking, do you blame Arteta for that, or do you blame the players? Because 0 shots on target, Sonic, I can tell you Nketiah definitely had 2 chances to hit the target and he missed them. So I don't know. I don't. You could feel 50-50 about it. RK is sad. Tactical says want to cry. I do. I mean, I probably have already cried by now. RK says can't believe we are out this early. It's crazy. Absolutely. We can't blame the ref. Definitely. Tactical. We can't. Definitely, for sure. Performance was a disgrace. Like Ty, we can't blame the ref like Ty. Oh yeah, I don't even think Ty blamed the ref the last time we lost. But we can't. The 0 shots on target is horrible. It's horrible. Sonic says, Glenn, we know you want to swear. No, not really, Sonic. But yeah, it's a sad defeat. It's a sad defeat. I'm just, when you go out to the FA Cup in the first round, you feel deflated. That is the word. It feels deflating. Lamin, how are you? My brother, Lokonga is like my child playing in the garden. Rob Holding, Ben White slows the game. Leno doesn't speak. But yeah, Leno, it's true. He doesn't speak. He's not a vocal goalkeeper. The thing I'm going to say about Ben White, you can say it slows the game, but the couple of chances we created, the openings from Saka when he crossed the ball for Lacazette, those passes were from Ben White. He's the only one who can create for you those passes from deep. He did it twice. And you got openings, one for Nketiah's chance and one for Lacazette's chance, but you still missed it. So he slows the game, but he's the only hope, like in terms of passing the ball from the back. I don't think Ben White is our major problem. I think the players coming from the bench is a major problem. Ben White and Gabriel have kept countless clean sheets this season alongside Ramsdale, where I can tell you Ben White, Gabriel, and Ramsdale have picked up 8s and 9s out of 10, but today I don't think so. Should have scored 3. Yeah, Nketiah should have scored at least 1. At least hit the target for 1. You don't have to score 3 goals every single day. Hit the target for 1, because it's worrying now that Lacazette is about to leave because he hasn't signed a contract. Aubameyang is not in the plans right now. Nketiah should be taking his chance right now. This is the chance. The thing I always say about Nketiah and Niles, the reason I'm not even feeling bad Niles has gone, and the reason I won't feel bad when Nketiah goes as well, is because they've had a chance for 6 years. They've been here for 6 years. How many chances has Nketiah had in the Arsenal team? So many. He's had so many. 2 seasons ago, during the COVID season, Lacazette was not playing. He was given the chance. I hope I'm not hanging, by the way. Apologies for that. I have a couple of apps running. But he's gotten so many chances and he always misses it. Yes, it's good enough to score 3 goals against Sunderland when you're winning 6 goals, but what about when the game is 0-0? Why the hell is that bringing on Kolasinac in the 90th minute to Master Man City? I think that is just a desperate substitution. Like, just go and try something, cross the ball or something. James says, just come from the stadium. That was shocking. Totally understand, James. I mean, were you in the stadium? I feel for you. I feel for you. I was actually crying about watching that game. I rather have watched Napoli game or the African Cup of Nations game that was going on. Fasola says, Glenn, good evening. I hope that is what he meant, but if that is what he meant, it is not a good evening, unfortunately. I'm sorry you had to watch that, James. I agree with Sonic. There's nothing in midfield. Xhaka has COVID. There's nothing in midfield. And even if Xhaka is there really anything in midfield still? There's nothing. There's still nothing. We literally need like 2 midfielders this transfer window. Urgently. It's urgent. It's very, very urgent. Again, we go to asking ourselves again, in the beginning of the season, why didn't we sign a midfielder? Never understood it. Yes, all the buys were okay. All the 6 buys were okay, but it should have been 7 or 8 buys because we needed a midfielder. Look at us now. We are struggling because we don't have a midfield. No control at all. The moment Partey went like this, it's done. Why do people always blame Manchester? These boys are so bad. The second team is not good enough. That is for sure. The second team is not good enough. Now, where you can blame Arteta is if we go out in the Liverpool game, then people will turn on him again because that will be 2 competitions in a one. So that will be bad. Arteta has done a good job. Blame the players. Says Fasola. Tactical says our B team mid-table championship side. It's shocking. Yeah, it's bad. None of those teams. Nketiah cannot play for Liverpool. Nketiah cannot play even for Brighton ahead of Mope. He can never get into that Aston Villa side instead of Watkins and Ings. No chance. So we've given too many chances. So I think it's time to leave. Fasola says the attitude of our players to the match was very poor. It's almost like they went to it expecting to win, or going into it's either one of the two. Either they went into it expecting to win, or number 2, they didn't want to win this competition because there's no other reason. Lambo says, no, I think that was the answer to Nketiah. Something, would you miss Nketiah? Arsenal let Niles leave without a replacement. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. If we had like an international break, 2 weeks to sign a player, that is fine. But we are getting into a very busy period without any midfielder. Tactical says Nketiah, he's horrible. Can't blame you. CFC Nicola says Arsenal played really bad. Forest deserved to win this game. 0 shots on target. Yeah, that is one. I'm not going to complain about the referee. They deserve to win. Even if we were given another 30 minutes in that game, we wouldn't have scored. They probably would have added a second goal. You can't miss him at all, says Anu. Ed, very poor player for me, is not improving at all. That's the problem. 6 years is not improved. Again, I ask the same question I always ask. Right now, if I ask you to name for me 5 good moments from Saka, you will do it. Martinelli, 5 good moments to remember, you will do it. If I was to ask you Smith Rowe, 5 moments to remember from Smith Rowe, you do it. 5 moments to remember from Nketiah, you will be struggling. I'll give you 1 hour to think about it. You'll be struggling. You'll say, okay, the hat-trick against Sunderland, I remember the day he scored against this one. And then you cannot answer that question. Saka, I can tell you Saka, wow, that goal he scored against Chelsea when you were desperate to get goals. That goal he scored against Tottenham in the derby to make it 3-0. What a goal. You remember this cross he put in for Aubameyang. This is what he did this. Smith Rowe, that goal against Aston Villa. Smith Rowe, that opening goal against Leicester. When he dribbled past this player. And Martinelli scored that chip against Leeds United. You can mention a lot of them, but you cannot mention any about Nketiah, unfortunately. In fact, Eddie shouldn't be in Arsenal up to this time. Yeah, he shouldn't. And now you should ask yourself, Fasola, why is he at Arsenal? Because he's actually almost went out of Arsenal 2 times. He's almost been sold twice. But the reason he didn't get sold is because the other teams did not want to pay for him. So that is a worry. Crystal Palace said 12 million is too much for Eddie Nketiah. So we are basically stuck with him. I'm surprised Arteta said he wants to keep him. I'm very surprised. I don't know where the reason of keeping the likes of Nketiah and Xhaka comes from. You can definitely improve in those positions. Nathan Gamer says, oh dear. Yeah, oh dear. Justify West are a bigger club. I mean, from today, they are. But I'll tell you why they aren't. Like in the next round, they'll be slapped by Leicester by 5-0. So just says, come on, you Spurs. Hopefully you win this trophy. That's the last time to win a trophy. Smith Rowe has an injury, then we are screwed. We're absolutely screwed. Kolasinac came on. Why? Desperate substitution. Just get someone in experience, I guess, if he has any. AFCON has killed us here. So many players have gone. And it's a worry. It's a worry. It's a worry. And the problem is those players are not coming in right now, coming back right now. Thomas Partey will probably reach the semi-final. Same with Egypt, with El Neni. Pepe will probably reach the quarterfinal at least. Even Spurs fans are bantering us. I mean, you can't say anything, man. You just have to wait for next week. I feel sorry for you guys. It would be a worry if we go next week and we lose that game as well against Tottenham, because they have 2 games in hand and they've not lost a game under Conte in the Premier League. So I don't think that doesn't offend me, Nathan. I think it's true. No, our bench is not good enough, especially if the only time when Smith Rowe is on the bench and maybe Pepe, if you want to say Pepe, and maybe Tierney is on the bench, and then you look at maybe Len on the bench, you can be like, you know what, fine. Lacazette can come on, Smith Rowe can come in. But when they're not there, when they're starting, there's no bench at all. Let me see what Daniel is saying. Obviously, the Tottenham fans are enjoying this. Midfield is empty. Buy more midfielders. I actually don't think we need one. I think it's only last 2. We need like 2 midfielders. So let me see what you guys are saying about the player ratings. Let's get into the player ratings right now. This is going to be bad. This is going to be a bad player rating. So as I go player by player, whether you're a Tottenham fan, whether you're a Chelsea fan, Arsenal fans watching on YouTube, Facebook, there's 40 of you in total watching on Facebook and YouTube. Player by player, let's go. We'll start with our goalkeeper. That is Bernd Leno. So I've even lost the name. I'm a shambles like the Leno, like our players today. I don't even know where the hell Leno went. I'll have to type it in anyway. What did you guys give Leno for today? I'd already given him a 7. Leno is going to get a 7 for me today. 2 very good saves. The first one was supposed to be a goal, basically. He saved us. Should have been 1-0. And that free kick save was very, very good as well. The problem is that someone has already said he doesn't communicate. He's not like Ramsdale. Like when a defender makes the mistake, he's quiet. That's the problem with him. The way I think he's going to be here next season, definitely not. He's going to be sold. So Leno, unfortunately, I think he was our best player. I'm going to give him a 7. We are moving like Manchester United because De Gea gets player of the match for them every single game. This is like the 4th time this is our goalkeeper's gotten player of the match, Leno and Ramsdale. So Leno, 7 straight away. He's the player of the match. I'm not even going to wait until the end. He's definitely the player of the match for us. Now, the defenders. Let's go to the defenders. The first defender we are going to talk about is Tavares, because he only had, how many minutes was he on the pitch? 35? 4? 4 is very high. I feel like 4 is very high. He gave away a back pass to Leno that was shocking. That was a shocking pass. That is the 4th time I've seen him trying to do that this season, and all of them have almost cost us. One of them cost us with Jota's goal for Liverpool. That was shocking. He got subbed off. Maybe, I don't know, none of us would know why, because maybe he wasn't following the instructions he was given. But getting subbed off in the first half, that is definitely going to kill his confidence. Now, that's not good for him, but 4. I'm going to give him a 4 because he was just on 35 minutes. Could even be less, really. Could really be less. It's terrible. I can already see 2s and all that. So let's go to the next player, Cedric. Cedric is going to get a 3 for today. Cedric is going to get a 3 for today. Terrible. Did you see the way you just ran past several times, twice or thrice? Nowhere near Tomiyasu. Nowhere near Tomiyasu. I'm hearing, I think Atletico want him to replace, is it Trippier, because he moved to Newcastle. I think they want Cedric to replace him. Oh, good luck with him. Good luck with him. I mean, he's been here for 2 years now, and I can name only 2 or 3 good performances from Cedric. He's supposed to be the most experienced player in our team. He's played with Cristiano Ronaldo before. He's played with all those players before. Nowhere near, man. Nowhere near. He's supposed to be a Euros winner. He won the Euros. 3 for Cedric. Absolutely terrible. Could even be less. Could even be less. Next is Rob Holding. Oh my goodness. Straight 2. Did you see how you just spun and the way the striker just ran past him? So easy. So easy to play against him. And now that shows you that when Gabriel when Gabriel is not there, we are screwed. When Gabriel is not playing, we are in absolute trouble because the players who are coming on are not good enough. Holding is another one. He's been here for almost 20 years and it's just a shambles, man. It's just a shambles. Another player that I'm hopefully, if we are in the Champions League next season, he's not at Arsenal. Sorry, because he's not good enough. He has to get a 2. So easy to get past him. There's a time he was running with the players, ran past him so easily. He has no pace. That chance for, I think, the one Leno saved in the 53rd minute. He was so easy to run past him. So easy. Now, we think about this. If he has to play against Salah or has to play against Son, thankfully he's injured against Tottenham over the weekend, he's going to be all over the place. So Gabriel straight back to the team against Tottenham and Liverpool, 2 for Holding. Ben White, I'm going to give him a 4. I did give away a couple of balls, but apart from that, his long passes were great. His long passes were not bad at all. He's the player who could create like 2 or 3 chances for us that Saka like kind of gave away, Martinelli kind of gave away, and they got the ball up front. I don't think Ben White was really bad. I saw him getting spun a couple of times, but he was better than Holding. So I am going to give Ben White a 4 for today. I even feel like some of these ratings are a bit high. I feel like they're a bit high. So I'm going to give Leno a 7, Tavares a 4, Cedric a 3, Ben White a 4, Rob Holding a 2. Shocking. Those are the defenders. Midfield. Did we even have a midfield today? That's the question. Did we even have a midfield today? Sorry, Patino. I love you. You can sing Bruno Mars song. I posted something about Patino singing a Bruno Mars song. He's a very good singer. He's a very good rapper. It looks like it. But that is why the good news ends for you, Patino. Today it wasn't good enough at all. I'm going to give him a 4. I have to give him a 4. I really love him. I watch him in the under-23s. He's really good. But today you could tell the difference. You could tell the difference between playing in the under-23s and playing in competitions that are like professional footballers who are playing this full time. It's hard. And it was so easy to get past him. He has no strength. Like, he needs to go to the gym before he breaks into the first team. Definitely needs to go to the gym. That was a shambles. I'm going to give Patino a 4. I am going to give him a 4. Sonic says that those ratings were a bit high. Let's see. Let's see. They're going to get even lower. Lokonga gets a 3. Lokonga gets a 3 for today, and that is why I can agree with you, Sonic. That could easily have been a 2. That was bad. That was really bad from Lokonga. I mean, I remember 2 months ago we were crying about Lokonga playing next to Partey. I don't think you can confidently say that right now. The games he's played, he gave away a couple of goals against Crystal Palace when he drew 2-2. The strength, he has no upper body strength. That's the problem. It's so easy to get past him. I don't know what he was trying for the goal. Just clear the ball. You can't try a cheeky pass in your own third in the 82nd minute in the most important competition for Arsenal. You can't do that, man. You cannot do that. That was horrific. Lokonga, I'm going to give him a 3. Could even be lower. I'd understand if it's going to be lower for today. It's going to be lower. Next player is going to be Bukayo Saka. What are we going to give Saka? We had 0 shots on target, guys. We had 0 shots on target. He did put in a couple of crosses, 2 good crosses, but apart from that, there's nothing. I think this is the lowest rating I'm going to give Saka this year. 4. That was bad. That was really bad. Like, he lost the ball a couple of times, couldn't get past players. He didn't look like Saka. He was all over the place as well, but 2 good crosses, and that is everything I remember. The corners as well. The corners were bad. The corners were really, really bad. I can see ones and stuff. Maybe I'll need to, if I can rewatch the game and see if I made any mistakes. But I'm trying to be fair. I don't want to just say 0-1. Saka gets a 4 for today. Next up is Martinelli. I'm very generous, as Sonic saying, giving him a 4 as well. Very, very bad. That foul, if they checked it, could even be a red card if there was VAR. You never know these referees against Arsenal. I'm going to give Martinelli a 4. No, not good enough today. Absolutely not good enough today. The weird thing with Martinelli, I've seen him playing so well in the league, but in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, the games he's played, terrible. Odegaard today as well. I mean, we didn't create anything at all. Did he get subbed off? He didn't play 90 minutes. I mean, I'm going to give you a 3. I'm going to give Odegaard a 3 or a 4. I think maybe a 4. These are just generous as well. I'm going to give him a 4. I'm going to give Odegaard a 4 for today. Didn't create anything at all. And then let's go to our striker. Nketiah, I'm going to give him a 2, just like Holding. Absolutely terrible. You get 2 chances, at least hit the target, 3 or something. That foul on the goalkeeper could easily be a red card. Terrible. So Nketiah is going to get a 2 for today, all over the place. If you sell him tomorrow, I wouldn't notice. Tierney gets a 4. I don't even know why I brought him that early, but I don't think he made that much of a difference. Like I said, for the time he was on, he only gave away the ball. I'm going to give him a 4. And did you even bring in anyone else? Kolasinac will get a 5. We don't even need to talk about him. But let me go through them again. Leno 7. I think all of you will agree with Leno. Tavares gets a 4 because he was only on for 30 minutes. Cedric will get a 3. Maybe you could drop it to a 2 if you wanted. White gets a 4. I think that's fine enough because his long balls and his passes were okay. I think he had the most touches in the game. Holding gets a 2. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Nakonga gets a 3. I will understand if you give him a 2, definitely, or even a 1. I would understand. Patino gets a 4. Could even be a 3, but I'm trying to be fair for him. First game is starting for us. Saka gets a 4. He did create a couple of crosses, but apart from that, not good enough today. Martinelli 4, not good enough today. Got a yellow card. That's all he has to show for today. Odegaard gets a 4. Lucky to get a 4. Didn't create anything. And Nketiah gets a 2. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Tierney gets a 4. I don't even know if I've rated that okay because he came on. I didn't see him really doing anything at all, but I didn't see him making any errors. That's why. And Lacazette gets a 4. He came on and gave away the ball. Could even be a 3. Terrible. Shocking. I mean, if we are going to play against Liverpool like this, then all the videos we've done about Liverpool being scared of us, so that's why they postponed the game. After this, I'm scared of them. After this, to be fair, I'd be scared of them because that was terrible. That was absolutely shocking. The manager, before I come to what you guys were saying, I mean, you can't do anything about players being at AFCON and also players getting injured and sick. But you've gone out of the FA Cup in the first round for the first time in years against Nottingham Forest. What are we giving Arteta? I'm going to give Arteta a 2. I am going to give him a 2. I think that's the lowest I've given him this season. That was bad. You know what I want to know? What did he tell them at halftime? Because that second half was worse than that first half. It was actually bad than the first half. Worse. It was terrible. The first half was, okay, maybe you're still trying to figure out how Nottingham Forest play. In the second half, it was worse. That was the very, very bad second half. One of the worst I've ever seen. So Arteta gets a 2. I don't know what he told them at halftime. And pressure is back on him again, as you've seen the likes of Sonic already in the comment section. Why are we pro Arteta? You have to now go and beat Liverpool and Tottenham this week. Those are becoming must-win games. You have to win those games. You have to. You have to win those games. You cannot go out of the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup in the same week. Even though we are wearing white like a certain team, we cannot go out of 2 competitions in the same week. It's not allowed at all. So Arteta gets a 2. I think I'm even being generous because that was bad. But I know he can't do anything about the likes of Pepe being at African Cup of Nations. Look at us shamelessly talking about Pepe like Pepe has done anything the entire season. Oh, goodness. I'm here talking about missing Pepe and El Neni like, would they have made any difference, really? Do you think they would have made any difference? I can't positively say that. So I think that it's a bit of a shame that we are missing El Neni and Pepe players who haven't really done anything this year at all. So let me see what you guys are saying. Just Flies, I'm really enjoying it. Nathan says, I trust the process. Just Fly says, top 4 deluded. I mean, you can't really sit down and say United will get top 4 as well. West Ham have been losing games as well. Sadiki says, we played like Derby County today. Oh, I've watched Derby County playing 4 or 5 times this season, Sadiki. I've seen them playing against Bournemouth. They beat Bournemouth. I saw them the other day playing against, I think it was Coventry. They do put up a fight. I saw them playing against Reading. I've watched Derby County, Sadiki. I saw them coming from 2 goals behind against Reading and making it 2-2. That was worse than Derby. That was worse than Derby. Derby, that's the points deduction. They would have been like 16th or something. That was worse than Derby. Worse. Tactical says, sadly, don't have high hopes for Sunday. Don't disrespect Derby like that exactly. Nathan says Derby better than Arsenal at this point. It's 2022 and you still have Kolasinac in the team. That is a worry. And it's not just 2022. It's 2022 and we're heading to 2023, Sadiki. we've already passed a few weeks in 2022. We are heading into 2023 with Kolasinac in the team, with Pablo Mari on the bench, with Cedric and Holding in the team. Those are the players we need to get rid of this summer transfer window immediately. And he's our super sub. Jesus Christ. As Tactical says, Son is out for us, so Arsenal have a chance. You can't confidently say that we had 0 shots on target today. So if they don't have Son, the game will end 0-0 then. Cookie says, sorry to be late. It couldn't have been more late than Arsenal's performance today. At least you did turn up. Arsenal didn't. Nathan says, Leno did good, but shouldn't have considered. I think that's unfair on him. Starts from the midfield, Nathan. He gave away the ball, Lokonga. Holding was too slow. Not Tavares, Tini, I think, was forward or something. We let him cross the ball. That finish 9 times out of 10, the striker's always going to score. That's an easy chance. 6 out of 6.5. Okay, Nathan, I usually don't give halves, but if you're pushed to give a 6 or 7, what did you give Leno? And they'll be playing Kane, and he gave a world-class assist last time he played, definitely a chance. Kane always stands up against us, man. I've seen Kane scoring like 11 or 12 goals against us. Makes me sick every time. Leno 7, man of the match for us is Tactical. Leno 7 from RK. Trading an FA Cup knockout for a League Cup trophy, maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know. If you're getting top 4, as Just Fly said, we are deluded. If we are getting top 4 and getting the Carabao Cup, I wouldn't remember this match. I'll be like, you know what, this is the most important thing. But if we lose to Tottenham and lose the first leg to Liverpool at Anfield, we all know we don't enjoy going to that stadium. That would be a worry. Tavares 7 says Tactical. Again, 2022 has been horrible, by the way. Take me back to 2021, please. Because 2022, 2 games played, 2 games lost. Horrific. Tavares was awful, says Cookie. Leno 7, Tavares 2. Just Fly says FTV subscribers, only more that can't take the banter. And did you see that back pass? Terrible, Tactical, terrible. Tavares 2, RK. I've liked Tavares, but today he was awful. Listen, I've liked Tavares as well, but against Liverpool, he was terrible. And a few games he's given away the ball, same with Lokonga. Thank you, RK, for the super chat. She says, amazing stream results. I'll come to that. Amazing stream results, poor. I guess that's what you mean. What you're going to do with those $5? You're going to call Arteta and ask him if is it because of money? Is that why you don't get a midfielder by now? I'll send him that, and if you can get Frank Casey or Doucouré, someone, just get someone into that midfield. Bissouma, I can mention for you 10 names. Bruno Guimaraes, Hassim Awar, John McGinn, whoever you're getting in that midfield, just get someone. Just get someone in that midfield. Just get someone, please. Get someone in that midfield. I'll send them that $5. Thank you, RK. What am I on about too? Tactical is going down and down with the ratings as we go on in the stream. Let me finish it as quickly as possible before Tactical gets to 0 with the ratings. Cedric 2, equally awful. This defense was useless. We won like 4-0 today. If Tobias is playing, he links the defense and attack. Yeah, that's the problem. I've seen our first team and the second team, the gap is too wide. Cedric again, awful 2. Cedric 2, Holding 2, Holding 3. Holding 2. Gabriel White is the partnership. Holding would have been better with Tommy. We need at least 3 or 4 of our usual defense for it to work. I think we need all 4. You can get away with Ramsdale missing 1, and maybe because Leno can still save shots. But whatever Gabriel brings, Holding cannot bring at all. Whatever Ben White brings in terms of passing and all that, Chambers cannot do that. Whatever Tomiyasu has brought for us this season, Cedric cannot do that at all. White 5 years he was the only competing defender today. Decent long passes, but can't give high as the defense as a whole was tragic here. Ben White. So which one was worse today? Let me ask you again. Was it the defense or was it the forwards? Because we had 0 shots on target. Sonic says, what game are you watching, Glenn? All these ratings are so generous. What game was I watching? I was watching Arsenal. Which game do I wish I was watching? I wish I was watching Cameroon against Burkina Faso. I wish I was watching Inter Milan against Lazio. I wish I was watching, I think Marseille were playing against, I don't know which team. I wish I was watching Ethiopia against Cape Verde in the African Cup of Nations. Definitely do not wish I was watching Arsenal. Patino 3 says, RK, Raptor says, plan for tonight, watch in between us to try and cheer me up. Do you, Raptor? Do you? As they always say, do you? I think that's better for you. I think that would be better for you. Patino 5 is looked decent, but he was thrown in the deep end to have to work with Zambia there. That is chaotic. Lokonga 1, useless, says Cookie, and pointless. Need another midfielder. Lokonga 3, says RK. Lokonga 1, says Raptor. I gave him a 3 or something. Wow. I'm scared now. I was roasting the Tottenham fan. We usually don't do that well at Tottenham's ground, recently especially. So I can't just go into that game and say Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1. No, just go hoping for the best. You hope Kane doesn't turn up. You hope we see the old, the Tanganga we've seen making mistakes. We hope we see the Dyer who's been making mistakes the last 5 years. We go into that game hoping Lucas Moura doesn't shoot the ball outside the box like he usually does. We hope Winks doesn't play as good as been performing the last 3 games. We hope they don't turn up, and we hope we take a shot on target for goodness sake. Saka 4 says RK. Just Fly says, question. Would you take getting knocked out of the League Cup against Liverpool for 3 points at Tottenham? Oh, wow. Just Fly is putting, what's a question? Getting knocked out of the League Cup against Liverpool for 3 points against Spurs. Nope. My answer is no, Just Fly. I want to get to that final. That is a chance for a trophy. Win that trophy and you get motivated. There's so many reasons for that. I want a trophy because we have such a young team. Win a trophy, and this is the first trophy the likes of Saka and Smith-Rowe and all these players are winning at Arsenal, the likes of Odegaard. Win a trophy in February and you're motivated for the rest of the 3 months. You're absolutely motivated. You've won a trophy. You're going to turn up for the rest of the games. Hopefully everyone is feeling good about themselves. It would cheer up even more. The reason I'm saying that, I wouldn't mind a draw against Tottenham. I don't think it would be too bad to get a draw against Tottenham. Hopefully, though, we don't lose. That's the thing. Hopefully, don't lose to you guys. Saka 4. Martinelli 3 says Cookie. Odegaard 4. Nketiah 0 says Raptor. Get out of my club, says Raptor. Raptors had enough of adding Nketiah. Martinelli 4 from RK. Just Fly. No, because a win over Liverpool is a chance for trophy. I think if you win against Liverpool, especially if you don't have to win at Anfield, get at least a draw. Don't get hammered at Anfield. Or even if you win that, then you're basically as good as through, hopefully. Doesn't guarantee top 4. Yeah, that's true. You doesn't guarantee top 4. Odegaard 4. Nketiah, is that a -1 or 1? GGMU TV is they're feeling themselves, laughing at Arsenal. No problem though. Have fun until tomorrow and Aston Villa scores 3-1. TNE5 Nketiah 1 says RK, GGMU TV, biscuit for Villa. Totally. I think Villa will even win. Sadiki says Nketiah 0. Just glad we didn't do that in the league. I love the FA Cup though, Cookie. Love the FA Cup. It still hurts. You're lucky you didn't get Wolves. They got Middlesbrough, man. What the hell is Middlesbrough? And SofaScore updating stuff. I don't want you to update stuff. Right? Update Arsenal's performance. SofaScore update Arsenal's performance, not the app, whatever it is. That's not available, Cookie. Of the rating not available, or do you mean in terms of is Arsenal career not available? I think you can also mean that because that's how bad it's been. TNE4 from RK. In fact, I won't rate Nketiah. He does not deserve to be rated absolutely shambolic, says Sadiki. Oh my goodness. Lacazette 3. Arteta 2, I love the man, but today was the worst performance of his tenure, in my opinion. Yeah, this was up there. This was terrible. And after he retires from Arsenal and he do the top 5 worst performances, he's going to be there. He's going to definitely be there. I think your next 3 games are make or break for your season. I do agree. Liverpool twice and Tottenham, very, very crucial. After that, the fixtures are easier, if you can say that about the Premier League. Burnley, Wolves is not easy, but we have to get, we can't lose. We can't lose against Tottenham. That would be bad. That would, if you lose against Tottenham, that is easily 3 losses in 2 weeks, and that is bad. All the momentum you had that just goes out of the window. Happy New Year, Arsenal. Thank you for that. Happy New Year 2022. Arteta 2. Says RK. Tottenham Scala gave us the bottle job effect, says Cookie. Thank goodness you're not wearing that kit anymore. Great cause, stop the killing and everything, but not the shirt anymore. I do not want us to wear that shirt anymore. Allison says this performance can't convince players to sign for Arsenal. I mean, you could say that this performance, looking at that performance, if there's a midfielder who's coming to Arsenal, you cannot be worried about your position at Arsenal. You are definitely going to play. Whether your name is Kovacic, whether you're Bruno Guimaraes, whether you're Wijnaldum, if you join this team today in midfield, you're definitely going to play. So if you want to play football, you can come. You're definitely going to play. If Arsenal signs you right now as a striker or as a backup right back or as a midfielder, don't worry about your position. You're definitely going to play. Van der Beek, if you want to come to Arsenal, you are definitely going to play. Don't worry about sitting on the bench. Tottenham 19 Tottenham virus hit us with the kit. Yeah, Tottenham 19. I think it's worse than COVID. I don't think this one you can get a cure, Raptor. This one you probably cannot get a cure for up to 30 years. Kind of like the trophy drought. Sorry, just fly. I mean, you cannot. You can. This was worse. I don't think there's a cure for this one. You'd probably have to isolate for 6 months with this one. Always in our shadow, says just fly. They're all worse today. They played like they had COVID, Allison. I mean, that was worse. As the Raptor say, that like Tottenham 19. You've never won the Premier League, says Raptor. Haven't won anything since 2008. The Arsenal Tottenham is starting 1 week before the game. You love to see it. How are we getting bantered by Spurs? And I can't even tell them anything at the moment. You know, they're even Harry Winks is playing well for them, so they're feeling themselves. Let's just wait for next week or Chelsea. Luckily, they're not going to win the Carabao Cup. I think Chelsea have already won that one. Thank you for the super chat, RK. Smash the like button, as RK said. If you hated that performance, hit the like button. Don't be so bitter. Don't be deluded. In Conte, we trust. Don't worry, a lot maybe back when they'll look at Forest. We cannot end up like Forest, surely. We are above you in the table and smashed you this season. We need to do it again, Raptor. We need to do it again. We need to beat them again. If we beat Tottenham, then you quickly forget about the Nottingham Forest game and then you move on. The reason why you didn't get over the Southampton game last season is because we went on and we lost to Villarreal. We went on, lost to so many other teams in the Premier League. The season was terrible. But yeah, my man of the match, if there was any, I'm going to give Leno for his 2 saves, which is shambolic, by the way, giving someone man of the match because of 2 saves. When a goalkeeper gets man of the match is when, like Leicester, Ramsdale against Leicester, 10 saves and a very good long ball, good passes, communication, but just 2 saves. That is how bad we were. Liverpool Thursday is a must not lose game. Tottenham over the weekend, I think, is a must win game, surely. I think they have 2 games in hand. I don't think Tottenham's games in hand are easy. They have, I think, Brighton away from home. I think they'll also play Brighton in the FA Cup. They will also have, I think, is it Burnley? Correct me if I'm wrong, Just Fly. I think they'll have Burnley away from home in one of the games in hand as well, and Leicester away. So those are tough games. Those are tough games in hand. I don't think they'll beat Leicester away from home, but out of those 3 games, surely they'll win at least one and they'll be above us. So we have to go and beat them. We have to beat them at their place. It's not going to be easy, but we have to. RK says, Leno, man of the match, shambolic. We are out of the FA Cup. I still cannot believe. 0 shots on target. 0 shots on target. Shambolic. What are we even going to do? I was going to do like a reaction for Leicester City. Now even the plans have to change. Goodness me. Thank you guys for watching, all of you. Just Fly, I appreciate the banter. RK for the super chat. Raptor. Cookie, as always, I appreciate you and Tactical. Legends. Allison. Sadiki, thank you for tuning in. GGME TV. Have fun until tomorrow. I'm forgetting some other names. Let me just scroll. Sonic as well. Thank you for tuning in. Nathan, thank you for watching. Lambo, thank you for watching. Did I forget anyone? Sorry if I didn't mention the name. I saw someone by the name. Where's the name disappeared? Your name has disappeared, just like our performance today. RD12, I saw your name as well. Thank you. I saw some name, but it has disappeared. Oh, Daniel was your name. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I appreciate it. That was not what we expected. That was shambolic. We need to pick it up against Tottenham and against Liverpool. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll catch up with you guys very, very soon. Terrible. Very, very terrible, guys.